So the process we're going to do, we'll have to do a shorter one, is the fact of taking a look at the idea of a mistake. Okay, so if you can at this point in time, I'm just going to bring my chair. Oops. If you can at this point in time, close your eyes and just relax for a moment, for a few minutes. Then we'll do a little process of addressing some of our guilt, the idea of mistake, whatever supports you here. Let's bring this up. There we go. The idea of failure and so forth. So just pick one, and then the process we're going to do, you can repeat on your own the different ones. So just pick one at this point, or something else that you have put a lot of focus on, so that may have happened in the past. So if you feel that you made a mistake, or that you failed, that somehow you have guilt, or you have regret, so let's put our attention on that. We're going to play with that. So just close your eyes. Just focus on the breath right now. And if you're driving or doing something, don't close your eyes for sure. But you can also bring up whatever is really coming up for you. But really pay attention to what you're doing. So this will be there in the recording, so you can listen to it later and do the process. So you can close your eyes and just focus on the breath. And let's be present with the breath. And we're going to follow the rhythm of the breath. So really take deep breaths without straining yourself. Exhale completely without straining yourself. You want to take it deep and exhale completely, but without creating any strain. So let's pay attention. Let's be present with the breath. And really all that should be available right now is you breathing in and out. Just allowing that beautiful breath in and out. And each time you exhale, just feel yourself more relaxed, letting go of any tension and tightness you may have. Should a thought pop in, just see yourself taking that thought and just put it out in the field around you. The field is everywhere around you. Just take it. Just put it in the field. All you're doing is focusing on the breath. Of course, you're listening to my voice that's guiding you, but just focus on the breath and allow yourself to be really immersed in the breath and that beautiful rhythm of in and out. And as you continue to breathe in and out, going deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed, feeling more and more at ease. And be more and more present, because the breath is a powerful tool to bring you to the presence. And realizing that the breath is not an old breath. Every breath is new. Every exhale is new. So it's true presence, true nowness. Because you have to understand, what you breathe in is the most current air. Air is always in motion. It's in motion throughout the whole planet. You cannot have the same air unless you're in a chamber where you're breathing in the same air. And for you to breathe the same air, it's not possible either, unless you've been in that chamber for a while and you've breathed the same air over and over again. Because there's always a mixture that changes. Because you're putting in energy in, you're putting carbon dioxide in, and you're removing oxygen. So the air is always transforming anyways. So every breath is brand new. And you can say to yourself in your mind, I choose to be fully present with the breath. There's nothing right now but the breath and what I'm hearing that Franco is sharing. Now let's gently put our attention on a potential, a mistake that's coming up for us, an idea of a failure, possibly some guilt or regret. Just pick one. Something that comes up for you a lot, or time to time. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a lot. If it's in your attention, it needs your attention. And see what is coming up. Let's acknowledge it. Let's acknowledge it. See that idea of the mistake, the idea of failure, guilt, regret. Just see the idea. I see you. If there's emotions involved, allow the emotions to be present. Don't resist it, and don't express it. Just be present with it. It's an energy. It's a feeling, an emotional feeling. It may have a charge, polarized or otherwise, doesn't matter. Just be present with it. Acknowledge the emotion, any involved feeling or co-constructed storyline. I see you, I accept you. I'm open to receive from you. And now, appreciate it. I thank you. I thank you for the opportunity, for what I experienced with that idea, concept, perception. I thank you for feeling there was a mistake, a failure, a guilt, a regret, any of them. I thank you for the sequences that were created, the polarization, the realism, I choose to see the perfection in it. I acknowledge that I created it. It may have involved co-creation. It may have involved other participants. I provided instructions to the participants. I gave them the script. I chose the perfect playmates to play out that role. I acknowledge that I played my role for them. That I stepped up and was able to take on the role in absolute perfection. I thank the participants for allowing me to play the role, because each individual that plays the role is given the opportunity for advancement and growth within it, enrichment of their experience. And now I open my heart and I share what I am. Pure love. Love as who I am. I am the spirit of sourceness, spirit of creation, spirit in action. And with that, I am completely in a state of love for my experience, for my co-creation, for my dance within the co-creation, for the opportunity and the experience that I had within it. And seeing it from this moment, love in action that I am. And I take all of the idea of mistake, failure, being whatever it is specifically, whatever that was labeled as, not just mistakes, whatever that you determined as mistake, that particular experience, that particular choice. Whatever guilt you may be having, and regret, with the greatest amount of love, see yourself putting it into the field around you. Where as soon as it goes into the field, it actually becomes back to pure source essence, ready and enriched with experience to be utilized for new creations. You're just putting that whole experience back to its full spectrum light and vibrational frequency to merge with the field that we are all part of and experiencing ourselves within it, which is us. Because right now, we realize that all of it was perfect. All of it has enriched us and brought us where we are today. And tune into your heart and feel the excitement of this chapter being completed by putting all of that beautifully in the field. Should there be any remaining story, just repeat the process. Acknowledge the story. See how it served. Thank it. Appreciate it immensely and love it. And then put it into the field once you're done, because it's done. It's not a hot potato anymore. You're just putting it away because you're done with it. It was part of your toy set while you were playing. And if there's any individuals that were involved that played a very polarized role for you, very negative role, and we have a difficult time with it, acknowledge that. Just see it for what it is. A beautiful co-creation. See yourself now. I thank you for the role. I thank you for exactly following all steps of the instructions provided. Thank you for being so intense, so whatever that may have been, to make it look so real. While I thank myself for utilizing that opportunity and really enhancing things. Thanking supersedes forgiving 1,000-fold. Because it transforms everything to its natural origin and state of consciousness. And the more intense the role is, and the more vivid it is, and the more emotional it is, the more thanks and love you give it until it becomes neutralized. And when I say neutralized, being neutral. It no longer carries a charge. You can even envision yourself extending your arms and embracing the individual and say, thank you. I love you. I set you free from that role. No longer required to be played that same way. We acknowledge that we're all facets of each other. We play various roles to advance each other. And we are all moving forward in that advancement. If there's any remaining heaviness, just pay attention to it, just observe it, just keep thanking it. Thanking it, find all the beautiful gifts it provided you, polarized and otherwise, and keep sending it love. Because the moment you feel that genuine love, that's when it starts to transform. And it's so easy to let it be. And now let's thank ourselves. I thank myself for such a beautiful role that I've taken on. I thank myself to make myself experience something heavy, real, and polarized to serve. I thank myself for the beautiful, stellar experience. I thank myself for using all of my capabilities each step of the way, and even anything that I've held up to now to be able to do what I have just done. I am perfect. I create in perfection. And perfection does not require labels, definition, polarization, categorizing. It just is. Every experience holds a certain frequency. Once we've experienced it and no longer serves us, it alters. And that is so. We are pure love. There's nothing but love. Source is love. Spirit is love. Creation is love. What's created is love. The exhibition of creation and experience is love. We do not need to love ourselves. We need to allow our love just to be. We just look at whatever judgment and label we applied ourselves, acknowledge it, thank it for its service, love it, and let it free. You are perfect. You are a powerful creator, and that's what you do best. What's shifting is that polarity is no longer required, unless in some way it needs to nudge you to move forward. And it's only temporary. And that is it. That is so. We can repeat this process as many times as it serves us. But right now, let's put our attention on the breath. Once again, being fully present with the breath. All that exists is this moment. Whatever we have at our disposal is all that matters. And as we put on the focus on the breath, being fully present with our beautiful deep breath in and our complete exhalation. And just enjoying the movement of the breath, the fluidity of the breath, the flow of the breath, the beautiful movement. It's like a dance. The breath is like a dance. And let's focus on the next 5 breaths. After completing the 5th breath fully in and out, just allow yourself to be fully attentive wherever you are. Opening your eyes, being wide awake, feeling absolutely amazing. For you are amazing. So when comfortable, just open your eyes, be wide awake, feeling absolutely amazing, for you are amazing. Welcome back. Thank you for that co-creation. Because we did it together, each one of us have created a template that serves each other, so that whenever we repeat this, we are supported. What we just did, you were supported. When you repeat it, you'll be supported. This is only a tool for you to use to really shift those parts of it so that you can really step things up and move with much more ease. Right now, the comfortableness of being through ease is of high service for you. we are moving so much more quickly, such more powerfully at this point in time, that anything we can use to kind of move things quickly along and let go of all the stuff we've been dragging on, holding on, that was created in that inverted matrix, inverted 3D and 2D, we can just let that go with much more ease. And that's where we're at right now. That's the beauty of it all.